Underneath the apparent calm of everyday life, there exists a less obvious, less desirable element of growing concern. The fact of the matter is, we live in a world of unprecedented crime, much of it related to drugs and drug-induced violence. Violence that all too often enters our homes, resulting in theft, vandalism, and terror. Recent statistics show that 2 of every 3 burglaries are residential in nature, and 70% of all burglaries involve forcible entry. We've been taught to take protective measures against burglary in our homes by using neighborhood block watches, better exterior lighting, timed interior lights, dogs, burglar alarms, and deadbolt locks. Reality shows us that these attempts to protect our homes and ourselves can be foiled. What then?
Well, that's where some people decide to do more. That's where some people decide to take the additional step of using a firearm as an effective, reliable means of deterring crime and protecting themselves. If you've taken this step, or if you're about to, there are some things we think you should know. Things like the relative advantages and disadvantages of different types of firearms. The responsibility you assume by owning a firearm. How to properly care for and use a firearm. These are some of the things we'll talk about during the next few minutes. When most people think about using a gun for home protection, they automatically think of a handgun. But there are compelling reasons why that no longer may be the logical choice.
Handguns, which fire a single-shot projectile at high velocity, present the risk of the bullet going further than you intended. For instance, through walls, into the next room or beyond, possibly injuring an innocent person. In contrast, pellets from a shot shell do not have the wall and structure penetration problems of a handgun. But at close distances, a shot charge from a shotgun will generally deliver more stopping power over a larger target area than a single lead projectile from a handgun. This makes the shotgun more effective, easier to use in a moment of crisis, and safer.
The very appearance of a shotgun makes it a deterrent, and the sound of the pump action is enough to send many intruders running. In addition, pump shotguns require little maintenance, and ammunition is economical. It seems clear that shotguns have some real advantages over handguns when it comes to home security, but not all shotguns are suited for home security.
Tests demonstrate that 12 and 20 gauge shotguns can have the same excessive penetration problems as handguns. But the smaller 410 bore shotgun, using a number 4 or 6 shot shell, provides just the right combination of power and ease of handling for home security use.
This shotgun, the Mossberg HS 410, has been specifically designed for home security use. Mossberg researched the home security application perhaps more thoroughly than has ever been done before. And based on the results of this analysis, the HS 410 was developed.
Designed for use by a wide variety of adults, regardless of age, sex, or size, the Mossberg HS 410 incorporates some unique features. The HS 410 has a relatively thick recoil pad to absorb energy when the shotgun is fired. The stock length has been reduced to 13 inches, and the distance from the hand grip to the trigger has been reduced to comfortably accommodate smaller hands. A top tank safety is convenient for both left and right hand users. The overall barrel length is only 18.5 inches. A convenient pistol grip has been incorporated into the forearm to provide a secure hold. The spreader choke at the end of the barrel increases shot dispersion, and the compensator reduces felt recoil and adds a rather menacing look to the business end of the shotgun. With an overall length of only 37.5 inches and a weight unloaded of only 6 pounds, the Mossberg HS 410 is ideally suited for use by a man or woman in the confined spaces encountered in most homes. The HS-410 also incorporates an optional laser sight. Fingertip pressure activates the laser sight, which produces a red dot centered on the target area. The laser sight is another intimidating feature which can help avoid a confrontation before it happens.
Earlier, we mentioned that there is a responsibility that goes along with owning a firearm of any type. Basically, this involves respecting the gun and gun safety rules. Become familiar with local laws and regulations concerning firearms. Educate yourselves and anyone else who might ever have to use the gun in the basic safety rules that must be followed. And your responsibility must include practicing. Practice loading, unloading, and shooting the gun. So if you ever do have to use it, you'll know how, instinctively. Proper storage of a firearm is also extremely important. Keep all firearms in a secure place, out of reach of all children. And ammunition should be stored separately from guns. Again, out of the reach of children.
Expect the unexpected and take preventive measures. Another factor to consider is the selection of ammunition. It's important to select the right type of ammunition for your particular needs. In the testing done by Mossberg for home security use of the HS-410, number 4 and number 6 shot was used. Your dealer or shooting range instructor can help in choosing the type of ammunition that's right for you.
This videotape program is not a substitute for hands-on training, but will describe some of the basic safety rules to be observed. We strongly urge you to contact a certified shooting range instructor for complete training specific to your needs.
And please, be sure to carefully study the owner's manual for your shotgun and keep it available for reference. If you lose your manual, contact the firearm manufacturer for a new one. There's no charge for a Mossberg replacement manual.
Gun safety begins with proper attitude. For starters, always treat a gun as if it's loaded.
Whenever handling a gun, make sure the action is open and the safety is on. Inspect the chamber and magazine tube to be sure that no ammunition is present. Make this procedure a habit and insist that others do so also. Never point a gun at anything or anyone you don't intend to shoot. Keep the safety on until you are ready. And keep your finger outside the trigger guard until you are ready to shoot. Actual shooting techniques will be taught to you by a certified range instructor. The instructor will review the basic safety practices, explain the proper stance, and how to hold the shotgun, and have you practice loading, unloading, and shooting the shotgun. Listen carefully and learn the basics. Once these are totally mastered, you can learn more advanced techniques.
Elbow underneath a little bit and look down the barrel. Okay, that's how you're going to sight it.
Just remember, if you really know the basics,
when you want to close it,
and if you ever do have to use your shotgun, you'll know how.
Okay, we'll take it.
Instinctively.
Just fit it into the chamber there. It could just drop, fit right snug into the chamber, then you'll close it forward. Okay? You go ahead and try it. Fit it snug in. Okay, close the bolt.
All right.
Yep. Okay. Now we'll take your safety off. Look straight down the barrel. Hold your breath. Hold it snug into your shoulder. Squeeze the trigger slowly. Yep, here we go. Squeeze slowly. Good. Very good.
Practice with your shotgun until you're comfortable with how it works and how to use it. Then practice regularly to maintain your skills. And observe all the safety precautions regarding the storage, handling, and use of your shotgun.
This is your safety.
Crime and violence that threatens our homes, our loved ones, and ourselves is a fact of life. And we each have to decide what steps we're going to take to protect our homes. If you've decided to choose a firearm as a means of protection, we urge you to study the owner's manual that came with the gun. Become familiar with the local laws and regulations concerning guns. Talk with your dealer about the type of ammunition that's right for your needs. Learn the proper shooting techniques from a certified range instructor. Practice with your gun until you're comfortable with how it works and how to use it. Then practice regularly to maintain your skills. Observe all the safety precautions regarding the storage, handling, and use of your shotgun. Used responsibly, your shotgun can provide peace of mind and security for your home.